नमस्कार सभी को. Let's take few more important and special entries in our chapter journal. Some special entries, I will be taking 5 entries in this video. Let's start. Bad date. A question is given. Ravi owed 10,000 rupees and declared insolvent and 30 paise in a rupee is received. So here you need to understand what is a bad debt. Bad debt is a thing that means someone has owed money from you. Someone has taken money from you or you have lent money to someone. But because of some other reasons, some or the different reasons, like in this question, the debtor is insolvent. Insolvent means bankrupt. No, there is nil balance in his bank account. Bankrupt, दिवालिया हो जाना. So because of that, because he do not have the Ravi, as per this question, Ravi has not the capacity to pay of the due amount. So he has been declared as insolvent, and because of his insolvency, our money has become bad debt. That means amount which will never be recovered from him. So in this case, as you can understand, bad debt is expense, right? So let's see. But Ravi has owed 10,000. Total 10,000 was due, right? But out of 10,000, only 30 paisa could be recovered, could be received. 30 paisa. Now 100 paisa is equal to 1 rupee. So 10,000 multiplied with 30 by 100, that gives you 3,000, as you can see in the working note also. So how much cash we are getting? 30 paisa. So 30 paisa, that means 100 paisa is equal to 1 rupee. So 30 paisa in your 10,000 becomes 3,000. So cash account debited, because cash is coming in representing your real account. Bad debts account, since bad debt is a loss, entirely a loss, nominal account. Therefore, out of 10,000, 3,000 could be recovered, 7,000 will be sheer bad debt. Therefore, the entry goes like this: cash account debited, bad debt account debited to the debtor's account. Here, debtor account name should be mentioned. As in this case, Ravi is the debtor, therefore to Ravi. And your narration, though I have not written, but you have to mention that 30 paisa recovered, like this. Second entry is bad debt recovered. Sometimes it happens, amount which we have already declared as a bad debts, because of some other reasons, maybe the debtor is able to give the money, the lost money he may be able to recoup it. So in that case it becomes a bad debt recovered. So bad debt recovered is income, like bad debt is an expense, is a loss, whereas bad debt recovered becomes income. Therefore the entry goes like cash account debited to bad debts recovered account. Then third one is depreciation. See, depreciation, what is a depreciation? You need to understand, once we purchase any asset, because of its wear and tear or daily uses, sometimes और फॉर अदर रीजंस ऑल्सो, देयर वैल्यू गेट्स डिग्रेडेड. उनकी वैल्यू कम हो जाती है क्योंकि हम कॉन्स्टेंटली उस एसेट्स का वी आर यूजिंग इट. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट wear and tear or constant use or some other purposes, the value keeps on degrading, right? So that degradation is represented in accounting terminology depreciation. So depreciation is an expense, therefore being an expense, it is debited, depreciation account debited to assets account, because the value of assets is reduced because of the depreciation charged. So depreciation is an expense which is charged on the particular asset. Now for understanding purpose, let's say we purchased a machinery of 5,000, a machinery of 5,000, say for. Now the assets value is 5,000, and say for we are charging depreciation of 10%. So 5,000 multiplied with 10%, that gives you 500. So this 500 is a amount which is that represent the amount which that represent the value is lost. 500 rupees value is lost in the name of depreciation. So 5,000 minus 500 gives you 4,500. So if I go by that example, my entry will be like depreciation account debited to assets account. That means if you remember, we have purchased a machinery of 5,000, on that we charge 10% depreciation. So 500 account, 500 will be transferred in depreciation account and 500 against the assets account. That means two assets means assets, if assets increases it should be debited, whereas because of the depreciation, because of this value lost, the amount of asset has been reduced, therefore asset has been credited to assets account. Then fourth number is outstanding expenses. So outstanding expenses represent liability. Okay, that means sometimes it's happen, salary we paid in our firm, we pay a salary of 11 months only, right? So that 1 month salary becomes outstanding. That means the expenses which is yet to be paid, वो payment हमको करना है. So outstanding expense represents your liability. The entry will goes like expense account debit any expense. As in this, I have taken an example of salary, therefore I have written salary in bracket. Expense, or say you may say salary account debited to outstanding expense account. Prepaid expense. Prepaid expense, for example, in this question, for understanding purposes, I've taken one example. Say for insurance premium of 1200 is paid on July 2019 for 1 year. So if I'm paying insurance premium on 1st July 2019, then 1 year will be completed on 1st July 2020. Okay. Now insurance on that year in 2019, what entry I would have passed? Insurance premium account debited, because insurance premium is an expense here, to cash account since cash is going out. 1200. Right? Insurance premium account debited to 1200. Then on closing of account, that means if we are following the financial year, so we are closing our account on 31st March. So on 31st March, what entry I will be passing? 1st April to 30th June. That means 3 months here will be your prepaid expense. हमने इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम पेमेंट किया था 1 जुलाई को, राइट? जो 1 जुलाई कंप्लीट होता है 1 जुलाई 2020 को. लेकिन ऑन द क्लोजिंग डेट, जिस दिन हम लोग फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बना रहे हैं, उस दिन हम लोग ये 3 महीने जो है, लाइक 1st अप्रैल टू 30th जून, अप्रैल मई जून, दिस 3 months हम लोग विल बी शोइंग एट एज अ प्रीपेड एक्सपेंस. So entry will be prepaid insurance debited to insurance premium account. So prepaid insurance, the expenses which you paid. Prepaid मतलब पहले से ही ये एडवांस में पेमेंट कर देना. So if you are paying any expenses on advance, it will be treated as an asset. So prepaid insurance account debited to insurance premium account with the amount 300, because हमने insurance premium को 3 months we paid in advance. So 1200 multiplied with 3 by 12. 3 by 12 means 3 months. So that gives you 300 rupees. So therefore, the entry goes like prepaid insurance account debited to insurance premium account. Remember, outstanding expenses is a liability, alright, whereas prepaid insurance is an asset.